back to Around West Warwick High. My name's Brian Lynch, and I'm a junior at West Warwick High School. Oh, actually, I'm a senior now. It's a new school year. And this is the first episode after taking a unpredicted break from the quarantine. So today, my guest is Mr. Andrew Belanger, and he's a special educator at the school. So how are you today?
I'm doing well. I enjoyed the first day of the 2020-2021 school year, so no complaints here.
What led you to your profession as a teacher?
It started in high school and college. I worked at Walgreens, and near where I worked, there was a group home. So I had the opportunity to interact with several adults who had special needs. During in my day to day during my shifts, and so that's what made me interested in working with the special education population. And from there on, once I got into college, it shifted from working with adults to working with teens. And being a teacher always seemed appealing to me. So when I put two and two together, knowing that I could, help people who have disabilities and also be a teacher, it just clicked. Mm-hmm. So for me, it all goes back to my job at Walgreens.
What's something you wish you had known when you were 18? Like, what would you tell yourself going into adulthood?
I think if I could go back, I would just tell myself to try a little bit harder. I was always like an honors student, but I was never a high honors student in high school. And I was enrolled in one honors class, but then the rest, they were called college prep. I know we don't have, we have honors classes and AP classes in West Warwick, but we don't have any college prep classes necessarily. But so a college prep class is just one step below like an honors. And I think I would tell myself to try a little bit harder in school. Looking back, I could see that I didn't put as much effort in, and I don't think my life necessarily would be better. I think I have a pretty good life, but I think some hardships in college could have been avoided, especially early on when I started at CCRI.
What's something that you have failed at?
Something I failed at. One thing I always do, and I'm trying to move away from this, but I rush to do things. And when I rush, I make mistakes at work. If I rush, I might miss something in some paperwork I have to do or an assignment I'm making. If I'm rushing when I'm interacting with people, my relationships, they suffer. They don't go well. I'm trying to live a much slower life and be more focused and present. I know those are kind of buzzwords now, but that really is a better way to live. When I'm rushed, I'm a worse teacher, I'm a worse husband, I'm a worse father. But when I'm calm and present in the moment, I tend to excel at all those other areas of my life.
What's your favorite word?
My favorite word?
Yeah.
My favorite word. I guess it's two, but I really like try again. I'm a big believer in second chances and letting people have another chance to prove themselves or to learn from their past. In the classroom, I let my students try again if they didn't get the question right the first time, or if they didn't do so well on a quiz or a test. I'm all for letting them try again. When it's in my personal life with my daughters, if they do something that I don't want them to do, I try to tell them, okay, try again. Let's try this again. Mainly because I know I've needed to be told to try again so many times because I make my own mistakes. So I think it's showing other people grace and kindness and giving them a chance to grow when you tell them to try again.
So you said you had children. Do you have like two? You sound like
I I have three daughters.
three.
Three daughters. My oldest is four. My Rosie. My middle daughter Susie is two, and then my youngest daughter Elsie is one. And we have another baby coming in February. The ultrasound says it's a boy, but we've never had a boy before, so I don't know if I believe it.
Sounds like fun.
It is.
So, during the quarantine, what was your favorite thing about that? Getting to spend time with your family?
Yeah, I didn't really mind the quarantine too much. Like I didn't go stir crazy. I thought I was going to because normally I like to get out and about when I'm home with the kids because when you're just stuck in the house all day, it can get at you. But it didn't bother me during quarantine. I don't know if that's because I just realized it was safer in the house and to go out. But no, I really like quarantine in that sense. There were some hard parts. I don't want to make it seem like it was always perfect. There were moments of stress when it came to that work-life balance, and separation was totally gone. So it was hard to balance, my family time and my work time. It is hard when you're with the same people day in and day out. But it was really good. Probably on the family side, bonding with my youngest daughter Elsie was probably the highlight because I was home with her for the second half of her first year. So from when she turned 6 months old to she turned one on Sunday the 13th. So I had a solid 6 months home with her, and that was really special. I don't take that for granted. As far as like schooling goes, it was really awesome to see some students just blossom like in the distance learning environment. I think some students did really well with the more relaxed schedule and having a little bit more time to work on assignments. So that was nice too, to see some students really come out of their shell and produce some really high quality work.
So I know some people check their email often and some other people don't. But if you woke up and you had 2,000 unread emails and you could only answer 300 of them, how would you go about choosing them?
Well, I would look to see if any are threads, because then maybe they're just some really long conversations. I'd probably look to see, search out by name to see who emailed me. Like if it was Mrs. Hassel, I'd probably definitely read that email. But if it's the email I get from Google EDU, I probably wouldn't read that one.
Yeah.
But don't scare me with that many emails. I don't like more than 10.
Oh, it's just like me. My brother has he had 600 or not quite that many unread emails. I'm like, how? I only have 3 read in my inbox.
I can't do that. It bothers me when I have anything in my work inbox, but that's something I need to deal with. It's probably not healthy.
So if you were given an elephant and you couldn't give it away or sell it, what would you do with it?
I would keep it because the elephant is my daughter Susie's favorite zoo animal. So hopefully I can have the means to care for it in my backyard.
Doesn't seem that hard.
No, we have plenty of trees around, so I just need a watering hole.
Yeah. Just break into the water main on the street.
Yeah, the pipes are right there.
Yeah. So if a penguin walked through your door wearing a sombrero, what do you think he would say? And why would he say he was there?
If a penguin walked through my door, I don't know. He'd probably say, "Sorry, I'm late." Because when I was in high school, the penguin was my favorite animal, and I always wanted one. So maybe he finally heard teenage Andrew's request for a penguin.
Thank you for joining me today.
Oh, thank you for having me. I had fun. Thank you for having me on the podcast.
The media broadcasting and journalism pathways at West Warwick High School are sponsored by Gold Star Retirement Insurance and Alex Smith. When your family buys insurance through Gold Star, you help build a sustainable resource for Rhode Island educators. The Gold Star team delivers. Everyone deserves a peace of mind. Contact Alex Smith at alex.smith@horacemann.com That's HORACEMANN.com. And the Arctic Playhouse, located at 117 Washington Street in West Warwick. Links to both businesses are located in the YouTube version of this podcast.